you're flying 5 feet off the ground at about 160 miles an hour, it tends to make you pay attention pretty quick.
I'm Elijah Griles, and I grew up on my family's farm in Central Virginia. Join me to discover the people and stories of Virginia agriculture from the farm. I'm with Matt Crabb. Can you start by introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about what you do?
I'm an aerial applicator. Been doing it for well over 30-some years now. I do agricultural work, I fight forest fire, I spray for public health. We do a lot of cover crop, fertilizers.
Most of us probably know it as crop dusting, but the official term is aerial application.
Aerial application.
And what is the importance of aerial application?
Aerial application, we can cover a lot of ground rapidly. This aircraft here, I can average anywhere from 1,500 to 2,500 acres per day with this aircraft. And that's just one aircraft.
What are some of your favorite parts of the job?
Being able to see the sights of Virginia, that's one of my most favorite things of the job. I get to see a lot of things that most folks don't because we're low level all the time. I like the challenge of the job also.
What are the challenges of the job? Because from what I've seen today, it looks pretty interesting.
Our demand, we have to be on our A game all day. One of the things that we really focus on is safety, focus on concentration, high level concentration.
When did you first get behind the controls of an airplane?
I started flying when I was about 8.
Okay. By yourself?
No, my father, he got me going.
How has the technology changed for you over the last 30, 40 years?
We didn't used to have any of this. Didn't have the aircraft that we had. I started, this aircraft has right around 1,350 shaft horsepower, carries 630 gallons. I started in an aircraft that had 235 horsepower and it carried 125 gallons.
So I'm here with Nathan Hughes. Tell me a little bit about what you do on a day-to-day basis and what we're looking at behind us here.
This is a crop application drone, so what we're doing is spray applications. Today, specifically we're looking at is a dye trial to see what our spray pattern looks like when we're doing an actual application in the field.
The farmers that you're working with are typically smaller.
Very small, yes. So we're trying to do small lots, small acreage, corners, pieces that are very hard to get to. The intrusion of homeowners to farm land is getting more evident, and then the risk that the pilots want to take for flying in these areas.
What is the future of drone technology for aerial application?
I think the future has not quite hit the apex yet. I think we're still on that cusp of, can we make things more efficient? Can we get better batteries? Can we get more lifetime out of this stuff? Can we match nozzles to a crop and do a better job? I think we're just now investigating this stuff.
I'm here with Ben Miller, who is a helicopter pilot. Tell me a little bit about what you do and what this machine behind us is built for.
We do a lot of spray applications for many different industries, a lot of farm work, also a lot of pine plantations where they're growing pines for pulp, lumber, a lot of insect control in forest.
Why spray with a helicopter? Why is aerial application important?
One of the biggest things is just timeliness. You know, we're able to cover a lot of acres quickly, you know, and so when you have a limited window due to weather coming in or that sort of thing, or the insects that you're trying to control are growing quickly, being able to get across a lot of acres is really helpful.
I'm sure flying a plane is complicated, but this seems really complicated. This is 100% locked in.
This is
very manual.
There is no autopilot, there's no push a button.
Can you tell me about the benefits of aerial application and the safety protocols that you all put in place to make sure that the product is getting where it needs to go?
Tell everyone it's the same. It's a trade. No different than an electrician, plumber, such of that nature. It's just a trade that we focus in on, and we take a lot of training. We go through recertification courses, like what you're here today. This is part of our training. We're getting make sure our aircraft are 100%, that we're doing it 100%.
Now, on what we're doing today, unpack that for the layperson a little bit more. What exactly are you been trying to accomplish through the testing that's going on?
What we're looking for is droplet spectrum, swath. We're trying to get the optimal swath, keep the droplets going to the target area, and ensuring that our pattern is a uniform pattern across, so they're getting equal amounts of product to the plant.
Once it comes out of the nozzle, you can't suck it back in, so you really want to know where it's going.
Now, to fly 10 feet off the ground, do you have to be a really good pilot? Are aerial applicators some of the best pilots?
Now you're asking a partial, yes. To do this day in and day out, I'll put an aerial applicator against anybody. This is true, what we call stick and rudder flying. So this is, I call the last frontier of real pilots, because it's demanding.